Oh my, Woody, my dear Woody. The cramps are coming much more frequently. Being a living paper doll, I have no idea what my gestation period is for the birth of this child. Well, it actually feels like there may be two of them. I may very well be giving birth to a pair of twins. But Woody, I do not want to have these children here in Paris in a time period where France is occupied by the Nazis. And I certainly do not want to give birth to them down in the catacombs. We must get back to the time flux energy field and go through it. I do not know where it will take us, but we must get somewhere else to give birth these twins.
Hello, Dr. Derrickson. Yes, it's me, your colleague Dr. Gedrick. I realize that you have often regarded me as a rival, a competitor in the world of science and technology, but I am here today because I urgently need your help. I am trying to locate and summon my creation Flashy the paper doll back here to Murgatroyd. There is much I still need to tell her in order to aid her in her survival and in a better understanding of her own metabolic processes. I hope that you will use your brilliant mind and expertise to help me to locate Flashy. She is not responding to my beacon signal, and the only way that is possible would be if she is no longer here on the geographical Earth, or, to put it another way, if she is no longer present here in this present time.
Well, Dr. Gedrick, you are quite correct. In times past, I have often regarded you as a rival and as a competitor in the scientific and technology world, but your concern for your creation, Flashy the paper doll, seems quite genuine, so I'll be more than happy to help you. Once again, I'm quite astonished and impressed with your deductive capabilities. You have arrived at the correct assessment. She is not here in our present time. And that, my dear Dr. Gedrick, is because I have mastered time travel and have created a time travel device, an energy field in the woods between Flat Town and what's left of Murgatroyd now, of course. At any rate, Flashy the paper doll and your wooden creation both traveled through this energy field and have landed in more than one time period. You see, the energy field reappears intermittently at the location where it takes someone. They then can enter back into the energy field and be taken to another time period. The thing that I have not mastered yet is exact control over exactly when the energy field will appear and where it will take them. That's something I'm still working on, as you must understand. The technical implications of these things are quite tedious and quite involved, obviously. Quantum physics was always my first love, but I ended up as a psychiatrist, as you know. At any rate, yes, I'll help you find Flashy, that she is, in fact, now traveling through time, and she will land somewhere soon. Getting her back here, that's quite another matter, of course. You could, of course, send someone to her. Perhaps that's something you have not yet considered, Dr. Gedrick. Perhaps you yourself could travel back to find her, or perhaps you could send an emissary, someone else to find Flashy. It's just a thought, something for you to consider. I'm glad you're here, Dr. Gedrick, and I am at your service to help you to locate Flashy.
To my colleague Dr. Derrickson, I now know what it is that I must do. I must create an exact duplicate of Flashy the paper doll and send her twin through the time energy flux field on a search through time for Flashy. I will encode her with one mission. to locate Flashy and Wood Pulp Boy and get them both back here to present time so that I may provide them with vital information for their continued survival.
My dear Dr. Erickson, it appears that your new creation, your duplicative Flashy, has successfully made it into the time flux transport energy wave. But I did forget to caution you about one thing. As long as she is completely organic material, simply human DNA and paper, which you assured me she was, everything should be fine. But if she had any electronic components whatsoever, that lightning storm could have disrupted them, could have created some problems. I just need to make you aware of this, Dr. Getrick. My dear Dr. Erickson, it appears that your new creation, your duplicative Flashy, has successfully made it into the time flux transport energy wave. But I did forget to talk to you about one thing. As long as she is completely organic material, simply human DNA and paper, which you assured me she was, everything should be fine. But if she had any electronic components whatsoever, that lightning storm could have disrupted them, could have created some problems. I just need to make you aware of this, Dr. Getrick.
I am a true Flashy. It is my mission to travel through time and locate Flashy and destroy Flashy. I will destroy the other Flashy because I am the real Flashy. I am the true Flashy. It is my mission to travel through time and locate Flashy and destroy Flashy. I will destroy the other Flashy because I am the real Flashy. I am the real Flashy. I am the true Flashy. It is my mission to travel through time and locate Flashy and destroy Flashy. I will destroy the other Flashy because I am the real Flashy.
Tomac Show. Tonight's exciting and inspiring guest is none other than our own Senator Devane.
Welcome to the Les Tomac Show tonight, and ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor and the privilege of the great Senator Devane here as our guest tonight, and we welcome Senator Devane. Hello, Senator. Thank you, of course, for having me here on your show. And I want to reassure all of our viewers out there, Murgatroyd will be rebuilt. When you reelect me, I will see to it that federal funds continue to pour into the city to rebuild everything that burned down. Everyone here who lost a house or home, you are eligible for funds, and I will see to it that you get these funds. For those of you who are still living in fear, I want to assure you that the Murgatroyd serial killer is dead. The young skateboarder Timothy Lawrence, whom you saw me pin the medal on the other night, he escaped, and he saw the serial killer burned to death in the fire. There's nothing else to worry about than the serial killer. And we will rebuild Murgatroyd, and we will rebuild Murgatroyd into a great city, and it will be a great city. Better than it was before the fire. I assure you this from the bottom of my heart. So vote for Senator Devane. I will bring this city to the next level. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wes. The great city of London in the year 1888. The Murgatroyd serial killer stumbled upon Dr. Derrickson's time flux energy transport device. After knocking Dr. Derrickson unconscious, the Murgatroyd serial killer made his way to the woods between the burning, raging fires of Murgatroyd, fires which the serial killer himself set. And while Murgatroyd went up in flames, the Murgatroyd serial killer stepped through the energy-time vortex, not knowing where it would take him, not knowing where he would land. As time and fate would have it, the Murgatroyd serial killer has landed in the London of 1888. Well, Murgatroyd, if you could only see me now, Imogene, Dr. Derrickson, Uncle Frank, here I am. And this is London, the great city of London. Ah, yes, there's the Big Ben. Ah, yes, the Tower of London. Ha, ha. And there's a newspaper over there. This is 1888. Oh, my goodness. If I recall my history correctly, I have competition in this time period. Someone who calls himself Jack the Ripper is at work here in the London of 1888. Ha! But wait. Perhaps by traveling back through time, I am Jack the Ripper. So I must test these waters, these young, defenseless, innocent female victims walking all over the city. Yes. London, 1888. Welcome. The Murgatroyd serial killer has arrived.
Midnight at the magnificent European castle of Count Pedestrian III, and a clandestine meeting is taking place. A meeting in which the illustrious Count, who has diabolic plans of world domination with himself as the world dictator, has summoned Senator Devane from Murgatroyd for this secret midnight dinner in which he will lay out his treacherous plans and enlists the senator's aid in implementing these frightening plans.
Well, good evening, Senator Devane. I certainly do appreciate your presence here. As you know, I require your services back in the States, and I will continue to reward you generously, even more generously when my final plan of global domination goes into place. You see, Senator Devane, it is my intention in a very short period of time to appoint you as head of the North American continent once I am head of the international global order. First, we must tie up some loose ends. Of course, as you know, your dear city of Murgatroyd was burned to the ground by this loose cannon, this serial killer. Unbeknownst to you, Senator Devane, this serial killer has fled back through time. Yes, time travel exists. Someone named Dr. Derrickson has developed it. On my behalf, I might add, I've been funding his experiments for years. I plan to use time travel to enact my plan of global domination. And this will be much to your benefit, Senator Devane. One of the loose ends that has to be taken care of course, is this serial killer who's now bouncing around through time. You see, our dear Lieutenant Skitters, and I intend for you to take care of him, of course, also, the same way that you had our dear Senator Quint taken care of. You see, Lieutenant Skitters has already appeared on television claiming that he has direct evidence that links me to the assassination of Senator Quint. Now, as you know, being a count and remaining here in Europe and having a level of diplomatic immunity that I enjoy, it is somewhat difficult for Lieutenant Skitters to touch me, but he's destroying and damaging my reputation, and for that he must pay. Of course, none of it can ever trace back to me, just as none of Senator Quint's assassination should be traced back to you. Though, of course, as you well know, it can be. And if it becomes necessary, I would hate to have to expose those facts to the public. I'm afraid your wonderful senatorial career would go straight down the drain, and you'd be spending a lot of time in prison. And we can't have that. Now can we, Senator Devane? Now, if you're going to be in charge of the North American continent, so, Senator Devane, I'm sure you know what you have to do when you go back to Murgatroyd. You've got to send somebody back in time to find and kill this serial killer. And in our own present time, you've got to take care of Lieutenant Skitters for me. So, it's been quite a pleasure, Senator Devane. Thank you for having this late night clandestine midnight dinner here at my castle. I trust you will have a safe flight back to the United States, back to your wonderful constituents in Murgatroyd. And yes, I will see that handsome funding continues to pour into your campaign and toward the rebuilding of Murgatroyd. It will be shall we say, my capital city on the North American continent, and I shall occasionally visit it. Good evening, Senator Devane.
Dietrich created an exact duplicate of Flashy the paper doll, and with the help of Dr. Derrickson, he has sent the duplicate of Flashy through the time energy flux field to try to locate and bring the original Flashy and Wood Pulp Boy back. Unknown to him, however, is that something has gone terribly wrong. Lightning struck the energy field just as the duplicate Flashy was entering it, and the microchip which provides her with instructions was damaged. Her mission to seek out and find Flashy and bring her back has now been altered to a seek and destroy mission.
Well, I am not sure where, or when, this place is in which I now find myself, but I know it is my mission to seek out and destroy the other Flashy the paper doll, because I am the real and true Flashy. Well, what have we here? Some kind of small lower life form? Dr. Dietrich instilled all of Flashy's knowledge in me, so in a moment I will access my memory to identify this creature. Yes, this is a dog. A German Shepherd to be exact. I shall attempt to put it. Apparently that lightning that struck me during my entry into the time flux energy field has also given me power of electrical current discharge. That creature should not have growled at me. I will attack and destroy any creature that comes between me and Flashy. Should not have growled at me. I will attack and destroy any creature that comes between me and Flashy.
What have we here staring at me right here in this alley? I recognize you. You're Flashy the paper doll. I've seen you all over TV back in Murgatroyd from my own time. I guess Dr. Derrickson decided to send you back here after me. Well, it won't do you any good. I'll cut you into pieces the same way I did all those human females. You're about to die, Flashy.
So, you are the Murgatroyd serial killer. You must have traveled back through time also. I am here to find Flashy and you are standing in my way. I am not one of those weak, puny, defenseless human females that you like to cut to pieces. Perhaps a good jolt of electric shock would knock you out of my way. You should have been strapped down in an electric chair long ago, you vile piece of human garbage. Perhaps I will do all humans in all time periods a favor that they do not deserve by putting an end to your pathetic, miserable existence.
Is a bitch with a capital B, just like you are, you fucking slut. Yes, I'm here putting together my new art exhibit, and it's called Images of Imogene. I should have eaten a lot more B vitamins before I produced the liquid that your yearbook pictures immersed in. But I'm going to enjoy the entire world seeing your face floating around in these jars of my bodily fluid. You destroyed my art career. I would already have been the next Picasso if it wasn't for your vile, disgusting, inane criticisms of my artwork. I've been fending for myself ever since Count Pedestrian kicked me out of his mansion. He went back to Europe because of Lieutenant Fitter's vile accusations, and I'm left here to pursue my art career, and you, my dear, haven't helped things a bit. So, of course, you'll understand when the public loves and embraces images of Imogene. If my name Blackson doesn't draw them here, your name certainly will. And I intend to sell these little jars with your face immersed in them for astronomical prices. Oh, yes. My name will be all over the planet in no time, Imogene. And you'll be laughed at and scoffed at and regarded for the meaningless, worthless crap of humanity that you are. Well, I got to get back to work on getting my exhibit set up. But I had to vent a little bit, Imogene. You must understand. I had to do this exhibit in Flat Town because Murgatroyd got burned down by this serial killer. Jeez, what a distraction. Now I can get back to something meaningful, like my art career. Good night, Imogene.
Woody, look. There's the Eiffel Tower. Somehow we are back in Paris, France, but in a different time. Look at those flying drones and flying hovercrafts and all the futuristic cars. Look, look. According to that huge electronic billboard screen, it is May 25, 2041. We are in the future. Oh Woody, get me somewhere fast. I am about to give birth.
Quick,
I am
Flashy,
about to give
quick.
birth.
Let's get into the park debuts, Chamond. There are lots of the trees and bushes there, a safe place for you to have the babies.
They are coming. They are coming. And it is twins. Look at the little darlings. Twins. They are not really paper like me, and not really wood like you. They are more the consistency of a paper towel. We can call them the paper towel twins.
Flashy. We can call them the paper towel twins. The girl looks like you and the boy looks just like me. Flashy Jr. and Woody Jr. The paper towel twins.
The Murgatroyd serial killer has had a confrontation with Flashy 2, the duplicate of Flashy who has also come from the future. A confrontation in which he was left unconscious, left for dead, but Flashy 2 overestimated the effects of the electric burst with which she hit him, and now the Murgatroyd serial killer is awakening to consciousness.
Well, I'm awake. I wonder how long I was out. That was a rather jarring experience, Flashy. Oh, I guess Dr. Derrickson never told you. You're my sister. I guess you don't know. Well, it's going to take a lot more than that, sis, to take me out. But I must say, you're a lot more aggressive than I imagined you would be. I guess dear Mom, dear Judy, had some of the aggression in her. Maybe I don't get all of it from Bangley Boot the Clown. At any rate, I'll find you again, and there's going to be a rematch. And I'll take you out, dear sister. Dr. Derrickson made a big mistake sending you back here for me. You're no match for me, the Murgatroyd serial killer, dear sister. You see, my dear sister, after I finish cutting up with the local girls here in London, slicing and dicing my way through Whitechapel, I'm going to find you and challenge you to a rematch, my dear Flashy. Only this time I'll be wearing a protective, insulated suit that will protect me from your electric shock. And this time when I go after you, I will literally cut you to shreds.
There is late 2016 in the city of Murgatroyd, a city that was recently devastated by a fire set by the serial killer, a fire from which the city is rebuilding slowly. And one of the ways in which Senator Devane and Mayor Paransky are stimulating the rebuilding of Murgatroyd and the economy of Murgatroyd is through the arrival of casinos and strip clubs and many new bars and lounges and clubs. And with these new establishments, of course, comes new people to Murgatroyd, many drawn by the lure of making a fast buck. But others have arrived in Murgatroyd for their own reasons and with their own agenda.
Like, dude, I sold like your threads, man. Like, they're way cool. Like, dude, who the hell are you? I've never seen you around Murgatroyd before. What brings you here, man?
Very curious skateboarder friend who has his whole life ahead of him. I am many different things to many different people, but a bit of a mystery to them all. To some I am a rescuer and a savior, to others an enemy and a scourge. I am often merely a spectator, and I only very rarely delve into human affairs, but I sometimes do find it necessary to intervene. You have drawn my attention, young Mr. Lawrence's son, and that is a good thing in your case. I will not go into what it is that brought me here to Murgatroyd, but I assure you that I do have my reasons. And you, my young skateboarder friend, have a far greater purpose and destiny in the overall scheme of things than you yourself have come to realize at this point in your young life.
Opinion Radio. Greetings, everyone. I'm Monica Gdansk here with Opinion Radio, where you call in your opinions, no matter what they may be, right here on the air. And it looks like we have a caller on line 1. Yeah, it's Uncle Frank here, and I guess I dialed the right number. This on for dance. Anyhow, I'm trying to get the opinion show. I was going to tell you what happened yesterday, because it's got me throwed. I just don't know what to make of it. Well, you know, at Suki and I was out driving around like we ever do every day in my pickup, you know. And we'd been to that new super deluxe drifties that they just built. The one just opened up, you know, replaced the one that burnt down. Anyway, we got us a triple, and I was wanting to go to that new casino over there that just opened up, you know, that one with the flashing peacock sign above it, you know, neon peacock sign flashes on and off. Anyhow, I can't think of the name of it right now, but Aunt Suki didn't want me to go. You know, she's scared I'd lose all my money. She said, Frank, all you're going to do is just go in there and lose all their money in them slot machines, you know. But I was wanting to go in there, you know, and try them out and see what's happening. But we tried to find a parking place, you know, busy place, man, that was just packed, let me tell you. And I seen this skateboarder, the one, you know, that's missing, that Timmy boy, whatever, that, you know, claims that he was kidnapped by the serial killer and that he seen the serial killer burned to death. Well, let me tell you what, I don't believe that for a minute. I seen that ceremony on TV where Senator Devane paraded him across the stage and pinned a medal on him, a bravery or hero award, whatever it was. And I seen that kid claim he seen the Murgatroyd serial killer burned to death. I don't believe that for a minute. I think that whole thing was rehearsed. It was staged. I think that Senator Devane put that kid up to saying what he said. And I just don't think that they want the public to know that they can't find him, that they just can't find him. And they think, well, they'll just calm everybody down if they think the Murgatroyd serial killer burned up, you know, in the fire and all. That's just my opinion there. But anyhow, let me tell you what happened yesterday. So anyway, this kid was skating there in front of the casino, and this man in a hat stepped out. And I got to looking, I said, Aunt Suki, I said, that's that same man that used to come into the Dead Center Park when I was a kid. And she said, no, Uncle Frank, that was 60 years ago now. You're losing your mind. That can't be him. That might have been his granddaddy that you seen or his daddy, but it can't be the same man. That's what she told me. I said, now look, that's him. I recognize him. The way he motions with his hands, gestures he makes when he talks, you know, and the way he stands there, and even the hat, the way he is dressed, it's the same guy, I told Aunt Suki. And I believe to this day that it's that same man. I don't know how that's possible because he hadn't aged today. You know, he still looked the same as he did back when I was a kid and all, but I think he's that same man. Now, there's my little opinion, and that's what happened to me yesterday. That's my account. So, thank you. Flashy 2, Flashy 2, Flashy 2, she's coming for you. Flashy 2, Flashy 2, Flashy 2, is coming for you. Here comes Flashy 2. Serial color, she's coming for you. Here comes Flashy 2. Flashy 2. Flashy 2. London town. She gonna wipe the ground. Flashy 2. Flashy 2. Flashy 2. Serial killer came to town.
are standing in my way. I am not one of those weak, puny, defenseless human females that you like to cut to pieces.
Fleshy 2. She's coming for you. Fleshy 2. She's coming for you. Fleshy 2. Put your money on the table. Fleshy 2 in this corner. Putting my bet on Fleshy 2. Putting my bet on Fleshy 2. How about you? How about you? Put my money on Fleshy 2.
This year of 2041 seems like a very safe time period here in Paris, France. We can stay here for a time, raise the paper towel twins in safety and have more offspring. We must be fruitful and multiply. But we must remain in the shadows as much as possible. We can raise our offspring in the many different parks here in Paris, and various subterranean locations. As we grow in numbers we must remain hidden as much as possible from mankind until that one day in the future when our numbers have become great enough to walk openly among them. This is our destiny, Flashy. This is our destiny.
My husband and the father of my children. Yes, yes. I agree with your wisdom. The humans hate us and would hunt us down. Back in our own original time period in Murgatroyd, Senator Devane was after us, Mayor Paransky was after us both, Lieutenant Skitters as well. The only human friends we had were Timmy and his skateboarder friends and the man who created us, Dr. Getrick. Yes, I will have many more children. And you saw how fast my gestation period was with the rapid birth of the paper towel twins. And look at how quickly they are growing. Yes, we shall be fruitful and multiply. Yes, dear Cody, it is indeed our destiny.
The year is 2016 in the Murgatroyd of present day, a city still in the process of rebuilding after a devastating fire. Dr. Getrick is paying a return visit to Dr. Derrickson in an effort to determine what may be going on in terms of his new creation, the duplicate Flashy, who traveled back through time on a mission.
Well, welcome back, Dr. Getrick. I'm just relaxing and pouring myself a glass of champagne. I'm afraid there's very little we can do for a while. That lightning bolt that struck the energy time flux affected all of the equipment here. It knocked the monitoring devices out. There's currently no way that I can track the whereabouts of either your new duplicate Flashy or even the whereabouts of the original Flashy or the wood pulp boy.
So I'm afraid there's nothing we can do until my tech people get the equipment and monitoring devices repaired again.
But did my new creation Flashy make it okay? Is she alright? You know I am very concerned. I only hope we can find out something soon about her whereabouts and the status of the mission upon which I sent.
No need to worry, Dr. Getrick. I assure you your creation, the duplicate Flashy, is quite safe and quite well. The integrity of the Unity Time Flux transport field was not affected by the lightning, only this equipment here. Yes, she made it safely through time somewhere, although we do not know where yet, and we are not going to be finding out anytime soon. This could be days or weeks before the equipment is repaired. You may as well join me for a glass of champagne, relax. There's the newspaper to take a glance at the new Murgatroyd Times. Glad you stopped by, Dr. Getrick.